This meeting is being recorded.
All right, so now let's get started with the data visualization part today. And what is data visualization? This is very common. Even in your office, I believe you might be using at least the Excel sheet. The Excel sheet, you create the charts, the pie chart, the common charts like pie charts, column charts, bar chart. You must have plotted it. When you visualize the data in the form of charts, it will help you to gain an insight in a matter of jiffy, no matter how much the volume of the data you have it, right? So to say it in one liner, it is about presenting data in visuals. If somebody is asking you what is data visualization, the one-liner answer is going to be presenting data in visuals, such as bar chart, column chart, donut chart, bubble chart. Okay, so why do we need to present data in visuals? It is very intuitive. Okay, visualizing the data using the charts or other visuals allows us to find out the hidden patterns, understand the trends, identify the anomalies, understand, for example, the customer purchase behavior in a very interesting way. So we all know that the human brain process visuals much better than any complex tabular forms or reports. Our brain is not capable enough to understand the insight with the large amounts of data or text at once. For example, in your Excel sheet, you have a lot of data in it, 100,000 records are there. If you have to gain the insight with this huge volume of data, you need to scroll down, and it's boring also, right? And at the end of the day, even you spend hours and hours of time, you will not be able to draw any conclusion. Instead, what we do is we take the data and plot the data in charts. The charts can help you to gain an insight, actionable insight in a matter of a few seconds. For example, look at this visual. In this case, we have taken, let's assume that 6 months of data, and then we have plotted the day-to-day sales. 6 months data, we plotted on a day-to-day basis. Monday, so 6 months, Monday, what was the sales? But when you look at Monday through Sunday, we can see that, there is a increase in sales during Saturday and Sunday. This is a trend we can find. This is a common phenomenon. If you take US or any country, even in India, this is a common phenomenon. During weekends, the customers are the free. So when so in the if both if the husband and wife, if both of them are working, in that case, they cannot afford going for a shopping during weekdays. Instead, they can go for during weekend only. Just give me a second. Sorry, I'm getting a call. What is happening?
This meeting is being recorded.
So when you look at this one, we will be able to quickly understand the trend. So during weekends, more sale is happening. And when you look at the Monday and Tuesday weekdays, the weekdays beginning, also we can see a drop in sales, but compared to the midweek, the sale is okay, right? So Monday and Tuesday, and Friday it is gradually increasing it. So maybe Friday evening, while coming back from work, they'll be visiting the shop and they'll be buying the products. Okay. So that is what the trend we can see. So just let's say, this chart, we have populated with with huge volume of data. In the case of Walmart, they have 100 millions of data, weekly data. So per hour, according to the statistics, every 1 hour, 1 million transactions are happening on an average. So in that case, now the globe, in the case of Walmart and Target, they operate across the globe. So 24/7 by 365. So 6 month data, obviously there's no billions and millions of records it has in it. But with this chart, with a simple visual, no matter how much the volume of the data is, we can gain a quick insight. Rather, using the visual, if you have to go through the data in the form of Excel, do you think, is it possible? Even Excel also some limitation. You cannot load huge volume of data. Even if you try to open, it'll hang. It will not get opened quickly, the file. Okay. Okay, so now the question is why data visualization is important. It is pretty simple. We can gain a quick insight, and also we can find out the factors which drives the customers to make a decision to buy products from your shop. Okay, for example, when you look at the second visual, the price is one of the common factors which drives the customers to your business. If you give the competitive price, if you have any deals, right? So that time you can see obviously the customers will come up to you and they will buy all the products from your website or from a store. And other important factor is number of ratings. Now customers are digital savvy, and before they make any purchase, they go and check the products feedback. And if the feedback is more, obviously they change their mindset, though they want to buy a specific brand. But when they see the review or feedback from many customers, they change their mind. Okay, this is though the brand is good, but according to the customers, the other brand seems to be better. So these are the factors can help driving more customers to your business. So now we understood with these examples why data visualization is helpful rather than saying important. Why it is helpful. So it'll understand us to to see the patterns in the data quickly, understand the trends, and identify anomalies. Supposing you find something odd value, any outlier, you can make out quickly. So the outlier could be due to data entry problem, or it could be a valid data. Okay, but unless you find out the outliers, right? So you will not be able to draw a correct conclusion. For example, if somebody is asking you what is the average sales last week or last 6 months, in which category are we doing really good? If you go by average, what will happen? Average is prone to skew if the data is heavily skewed. Okay, so in that case of situation, you're not supposed to use the average. Instead, you can go for median because average is biased in that kind of situation. And also, the visuals can enable the decision makers to grasp and even complex trends or spot new trends in a simple way. Okay, so now with this, you understood the importance of data visualization. Okay, the next one is the types of charts. There are different types of charts are available, not only in Power BI. And if you take any statistical tool or any tool, reporting tool, you can see a variety of the charts are available. And the commonly used charts are line chart and area chart. And on the left side, if you see, right, these are the charts. We will be using it more frequently. And combo chart, there are certain charts you might not be familiar with it. For example, scatter plot, right? So you might not have used scatter plot. The scatter plot is used mainly for the database. Sorry, the data scientist. Okay, the data scientist. It's a technical chart, kind of a technical chart. With that, you can identify the correlation between two quantitative variables. Okay, just give me a second here. Somebody is visiting. Give me a second. Sorry.
This meeting is being recorded.
First, we'll start with understanding what is line chart and area chart, and then we will proceed with understanding other charts. And what exactly line chart and area chart is all about. Both of them are more or less similar. With these two charts, we can identify the trends over a period of time. That is the whole advantage of going for the line or area chart. The line chart is nothing but a series of data points connected by straight lines. For example, in this case, I have plotted most of the cases. In the case of line chart and area chart, in the x-axis, we will use the time series data. So year, month, quarter, something like that. And in the y-axis, if you see here, In this case, we have plotted the sales. In the y-axis, plotted the sales or revenue. But here you can see the 3 lines here. So the line chart can have more than one lines. So in this case, what happened? The each line corresponds to different categories. For example, this is your technology category. This is your furniture category. This is your apparels category. With all these 3 category, what is the revenue we have plotted it? Okay, we have plotted the sales or revenue against the year. And if you see the trend here, so we can see a trend that in all the 3 categories put together, in 2014, there is an upward trend. There is an increase in my revenue. But if you look back in 2013, there is a drop in this category in sales. But whereas when you look at this specific category, it is going up. And even the other category is going up. We can see an upward trend. But when it comes to the red color, we could see a drop here, barely here. And then now it got picked up from 2013 and 2014. You can see that all the 3 category put together, there is an increase in sales here. Got it? So the line charts have an X and Y axis. So in the, you can have multiple lines in the line chart. But if you have too many categories in a categorical column, then you cannot go for line chart. It will be too cluttered. For example, country is a categorical column. Okay, in the x-axis, if you use the country, right, so many lines will be there. Okay, and so hence, or if you use the country as a categorical column to plot it, it'll have so many lines. It'll be literally confusing. Okay, so if the categorical column has too many categories in it, better don't go for it. Go for line chart. Okay. Okay, next one is, as I discussed, when to use line chart to compare trends over time. If you see a 2011 to 2014, what is the trend? We can see an upward trend here, somewhere it has fallen down. And the line chart can have 1 or more lines in it. Okay, and let's say your audience, let's say for your audience, right, to show the trends in how sales value change over the years, then it makes sense going for a line or area chart. Okay, viewing and the comparing the values volume. Okay, the volume trend over it, time series. That is when you can go for this one. When not to use line chart, as I said, if you have so many data series, here we have only 3 data series. If you have multiple data series, it will be cluttered. Don't go for line chart. There are other charts are available, which I will discuss it down the line. Okay. Next one is area chart. The area chart is also same as the line chart, except the difference is between the x-axis and the line filled with some colors. That is the only difference between the line and area chart. But the advantage of this one is the trends, whatever you say it gets reduced at a glance. The comparison between different data series are quick to make. That is the advantage of area chart. You see here we have 3 categories. Since the area between the x-axis and the line filled with color, you can quickly make sense. Just give me a second. Somebody is disturbing. Oh, give me a second. Extremely sorry.
This meeting is being recorded.
Okay, so the area chart is useful for represent different data series like the line chart. The only difference is like I said, the area between the x-axis, this x-axis and this line filled with the colors. So with that, we can make comparison between different data. For example, this is your apparels, this is your technology category, and the red color one is furniture category. Since the areas are filled with colors, you can quickly make sense, or you can make comparisons between different things. That is the key difference between area chart and line chart. Otherwise, both the charts are used to understand the trends.